everybody, it's Romania Black, and we are on volumes 5 and 6 of Kuroko's Basketball, the manga. And yeah, I had to put on my actual reading glasses tonight. Had to take my contacts out, so yeah, we're looking at volumes 5 and 6, and I'm pretty excited because volumes 4 last week left off with the move right before they beat Shutoku, and I was like, really? That's what we're going to cut it off at? But I forget we are reviewing a manga now, and those type of cliffhangers are going to be the norm. So I should not get satisfied and complacent with the idea that, oh, since we're doing 2 volumes a week, there won't be any cliffhangers. There likely is going to be, so... But I'm really excited, y'all. I'm really excited. I have some comments I want to go to real quick before we start, but I'm really excited to see what ends up happening. So, Anime Annie talked about how we were joking that Kasamatsu, the coach for Kaijo, can't be Kasamatsu's dad, which we had had the headcanon because they have the same eyebrows because their names are different. But Anime Annie pointed out that, yeah, they could still be the coach could still be his maternal uncle, right? Because the eyebrows are identical. So that's the new headcanon. The Kaijo coach is the maternal uncle of Kasamatsu. And that's how they're related. But beyond that, I really liked Anime Annie's notion that Kasamatsu in both personality and captain style is very similar to Nijimura from Rakuten. It makes me or from Teiko, it makes me really excited to get to Nijimura when we get to him in Teiko in the flashback arc, even though that's going to be way down the road. But also they pointed out that Midorima, they look older in the anime versus the manga, and Anime Annie's theory is that it's because Ono Daisuke is playing the voice of Midorima, and they were like, well, if we make him look too young, that deep voice of Ono Daisuke is not going to match how Midorima looks, so they make him look a little bit more mature in the anime to go along with the voice that Ono Daisuke has, so there's that. But yes, I have my dogs at my feet, and they are excited for me to look at this manga as well. The last thing I want to touch base on is Anime Annie's comment about Kisei's prediction with Kagame, because I've been so torn up about it, because yes, everybody in the Discord's like, Kisei predicted that Kagame was going to leave Kuroko, and I'm like, yes, but I think Anime Annie kind of phrased it the way I've been trying to say it in the reactions and just couldn't quite articulate it the way that I wanted to. But it's the idea that Kisei's prediction was that Kagame was going to stay self-centered like he kind of was at the start of this series. It's so fascinating because I feel like Kagame's growth is so subtle, and it just, you don't notice it as much like Aomine and other characters because it's just very subtle. You don't really notice it, and then when you go back and reread this manga from the beginning, you're like, wow, Kagame's a different character. But it just happens, and you just kind of notice it as it goes, right? And that big slap that Kuroko gives him across the face last volume set was kind of the impetus to start all that, the catalyst for it. So I like the idea that Kisei, even though he predicted that Kagame was going to leave, rather than back then Kagame was expected to leave because Kisei thought he'd be self-centered and he'd outgrow the team and thought he was better than everybody. But the reality is not so much. It's rather quite the opposite. He doesn't end up being self-centered. It's for a different reason. So I appreciate that. But yeah, I'm really grateful for the comments. I'm excited. I don't know. Well, my dogs are barking, so hopefully they'll go lay down and be good. But I'm really excited for this volume set and whatever we're going to get with volumes 5 and 6. I'm assuming, since we got a little preview of Aomine in the last volume, we're going to see Aomine in full, perhaps. We know that we're going to end the Shutoku game, so... And Midorima's going to be in the rain, maybe. Just staring up at the sky, as Momoi calls him. I'm really excited, but... We're not going to waste any more time, y'all. We are going to dive right into Kuroko's Basketball, the manga, volumes 5 and 6. And we're going to do that here in 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Dogs are barking. So yeah, I really like this cover with Kuroko. I like the angle of it, that you kind of look down. I like that we have both wristbands kind of being shown as well. We won't understand the meaning of the wristbands until the end of the series, so it's a nice little foreshadowing of what is to come with that. But yeah, I like it a lot. Also, if you look, the shoes that he's wearing are the Teiko shoes. So, again, the little subtle foreshadowing of what's to come. And in the mangaka just calling attention to it without telling us about it. Tadatoshi Fujimaki. Whenever I go out to eat, I can't bear to order the same dish as anyone else in my party. No matter how much I want it, I'll always just change my order. I know it's pointless, but this is a rule I can never break. 2010. Huh, I never thought of it that way, that you just can't order the same as everybody else eating with you. That's so weird. I mean, that's interesting. I think I've ordered the same as people I've ate out with before, but that's so bizarre. I also love that the caricature or the self-portrait of Fujimaki is Kuroko. I like that. That's fun. So yes, oh, I knew it. Kuroko looks like such a baby in this cover. Look at him. He looks like such a baby. I'm assuming the cover then of him lacing up his shoes is volume 6's cover. Nice. But yeah, he looks so young there. And Kagami, again, Zero was talking about it in the Discord today of how they actually look like high schoolers in this manga. I'm like, yes, they look like legit 15, 16-year-olds. It's kind of amazing. But yeah, all right, we've got our our character sheets. Kuroko still has those huge eyes. Oh my goodness. So yeah, 35th to the 52nd chapter. Like we're just piling through these chapters. They're like, I mean, they're 20-page chapters, so it's just like boom, 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 Shonen Jump, let's do it. I knew it. Oh, this is where he like gets the ball because he knew that Midorima would jump. He knew Midorima would protect Kagami. He had faith in both of them. I love the lightning flash, the flash. Love it. And he goes, could you imagine like leaving on a cliffhanger and then you open up to this of him about to fire the shot? Can you imagine to come this far only to lose? And he's like, I've got to jump. And with 2 seconds left, I thought as much. I knew you'd push past your limit and jump anyway. Yes. I love Kasamatsu looks constantly in a state of shock and worry throughout this entire manga. The game is ours. I knew it as well, that Kagami would jump, and knowing that you would lower the ball. Like, Kuroko's like, it's so funny because Kuroko kind of has, he can kind of, it's so funny because we haven't even touched Akashi yet at all. But I'm just thinking that you have a character with an all-seeing eye based on the stats and like the objective hardcore data, but then you have Kuroko whose ability is very subjective based on his relationships he's developed with others, and it's so cool to see them side by side and to see it kind of predicted here early on, foreshadowed. Look at that! Yes, with 1 second left, he knocked the ball. I love it. Midorima's face, yes. And Kagami, look how happy him and Kuroko are. And Riko's crying like, oh, hell yeah. That actually is the most Riko she's looked so far in this manga. Nice. 82 to 81. Yeah, that was like pure luck. Yes. And Takao is so surprised that they lost. And Midorima, oh, look at Midorima's sadness. Look at him. So sad. Guess the horoscope's wrong every now and then. Just shut up. Oh my god. All right. Oh, Miyagi crying. I love that Midorima's like, I gotta go get some air. It's all. Just some air. I'm gonna go stand out in the rain. No big deal. Oh, and I love that Takao, they have the notice lines, and Takao's like, I bet he's not feeling good at all. Takao's like, he wouldn't have gone outside to get some fresh air if he didn't not feel anything, right? And the coach being like, we're gonna grow from today. Oh, there he is! Look, he's just out in the rain. And yeah, Kisei leaving. Oh, Midorima. And then Momoe instantly hanging up on her. Yep. Gloomy man. Guessing you lost. Aomine. Don't be weird. Hey! Here we go! Kagami is the light to Kurokochi's shadow. Aomine was the light of the Generation of Miracles. The only guy who can beat me is me! 6'4"? Aomine is 6'4". What are they feeding these children? What are they feeding them? Oh my goodness. And yeah, then Midorima's phone's not waterproof. You haven't changed, Aomine. The past is in the past. He's a rival now. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. We'll see about that. Oh, man. Poor Kagami can't move with his legs. Okay. Oh, and then they go in the restaurant. Oh, yeah! They go in the restaurant! Yes! Yes! And there's Kisei! Kisei and Kasamatsu. Yes. I love that Kisei says, "Sup, my man?" And then Kasamatsu's like, "We're not that familiar. Don't call me by just first name basis." Oh my god. And Izuku's like, "The table for 15. Let's just do it." All right. Oh, the thrills of going to eat with an entire team at something. There's like everybody, all the tables. Oh my god. I love that Kasamatsu and Kuroko are not fazed by sitting next to one another, but Kisei and Kagami are like, what the heck? And then everybody has, I'm assuming that's not beer. They're not old enough for that. Oh my god! Oh my god! Look at it! Look at Midorima coming in! Look at all of them! Look at all their little chippy selves! Look at their chippy faces! Look at Midorima! Oh, that face! Oh, that face where he's like, bye! And then, oh my god! Oh my god, he's trying to get a cat off the cart! Oh my god, that's amazing! And they can't go because the wind's too strong. Oh my god. And then Takao recognizes Kasamatsu. Yeah. And he switches places! Yes! The date! Oh my god. I love that Kisei just gets more and more sweat and Kagami gets more and more sweat. Oh my god. And Riko's like, yes! Match made in heaven. And Kasamatsu's like, you wanted this, didn't you? Who, little old me? I love that Midorima's like, I would not eat something so gross. Oh my god. Kisei's like, your food's burning. I love how grumpy he looks. And Kisei's like, I'll still get my revenge on the inner high stage and I won't lose again. And Kagami's like, that's what I want to hear. Yeah. And then Midorima's like, your eyes are strange. I'm having fun playing basketball with my buddies at Kaijo. Yeah, after losing with Kuroko, you just go through a change, you know? Uh-huh. Ah, and then they're talking about how they were back then. And I like Midorima says fun is not a factor in basketball. I like Midorima says he's very consistent, but it's like, I love Kagami's like, you guys think too hard about this. Just play because it's fun. Of course you're supposed to play basketball because it's fun. And then Takao, like, sends the food at him. He's like, we'll have to talk later. He's like, I gotta go beat up Takao now for getting food in my hair. Oh my god. If we hadn't been enjoying it, we wouldn't have played so hard. Uh-huh. Nice. Oh my god, and Kagami ate so much. I love that Kisei and Midorima are terrified by how much Kagami ate. And Kuroko's like, oh no, we're used to it. He does that all the time. And then he says, I'm going to give you one warning. Yeah. There are 2 members of the Generation Miracles in Tokyo, myself and Daiki Aomine. He's the same type of player as you. I like Kagami's like, so he's good? And Kuroko says the way he plays basketball, I don't like it. And then Kuroko, look how innocent he looks. He's like, let's play each other again someday. Kuroko's like a secret ninja assassin. He just comes in there and he's like, don't you want to play again? And it's like, how can they resist, right? With them big giant baby blues. Mm-hmm. And Midorima's like, well, I'll win next time. Oh. And Takao being like, no need to rock, paper, scissors. Who's going to pedal this time? That little smirk. Aww. Takao's like, fine, I'll do it. Ship started right there. The ship started right there. I'll purchase a larger piece of pottery. It's not about the size. Love it. Love it. Okay. 50,000 yen. Oh my god. Kagami, how much did you eat? Oh my god. I mean, there are 15 of them, so that makes a lot of sense, right? Okay, idiots won't win. So we have all the stuff about the block. We've got our little montage of Sayreen. And then we don't know the other block winners for the qualifiers. Uh-huh. Oh! And this is them all studying, and they're all conked out. Oh my god. One other obstacle lay ahead. Ooh! I love Riko with the teacher outfit. Look at her. Look at her. I freaking love that. That's amazing. I love Riko looking like that. She looks so great. I feel like every sports anime at some point has the dreaded obstacle of grades. Our grades are in trouble, otherwise we might not get to play. I honestly think maybe Ace of the Diamond is the only one that doesn't have that problem. Everybody in Ace of the Diamond is like decent. I feel like there's, did we have an episode of Ace of the Diamond where like Saomura and them struggled with grades? I don't remember. I know Haikyuu, that was like a big thing because Shoyo and Kageyama are dunces when it comes to education, but they just have volleyball brains. But I don't remember if Ace of the Diamond we had that problem. And the thing about Run with the Wind is that in Run with the Wind, they're all in college. They're pretty much out of the high school scene, so that's not even a factor. And in Free, they're all fine. So yeah, huh. Okay. And then there's everybody. Okay, you remembered our names. Furihara, Kawahara, and Fukuda. Man, Kawahara and Fukuda, I always struggle with their names, right? And then we talk about the tests. There's definitely a problem. These tests don't affect your grades, but you have to get the rankings. Okay, so we're doing all of that. Get your minds in the gutter. Mm-hmm. And first, Kuroko. He's so average. So yeah, we have chemistry as a 49, math a 59, Japanese an 81, and Japanese history a 63. And it looks like English a 55. He's just so average. Barely noticeable. Not bad, not good. I love that Kagami's like, who knew you were such a brainiac? I love that Kagami thinks that's really, really smart. And they're like, oh god, no. And then, yeah, Kagami had a 41, a 9 in Japanese, in biology, a 9, a 0, and a 3 in Japanese. Oh my god, how awful. Who gets a 0 on the test? Amazing in a bad way. How'd you flunk English? The English we learn here is way too textbook. It's different than a normal conversation. I love that Riko, like, pile drives him from behind. Oh my god. And he's like, you're all nerdy enough to teach this stuff. I love that she, like, drop kicks him, like Riko's just beating him up in the background. Okay, so, yeah, Hyuga's 112th. Matobe is 74th. Izuki's 71st. I Love Riko's 2nd. Kogane is 52nd. Yeah. The coach is 2nd. She's like, any idiot can play basketball, but idiots won't win. I love the line work, how thick it gets. It's so good. I love that. Okay. And so they all go to coach Kagami. I love that this Riko is the supreme commander with her glasses. Yep. So Matobe is doing physics, chemistry, and biology. So basically, though, I like that Kogane is there to whack Kagami upside the head, but he's also there to interpret whatever Matobe says, because how is Kagami going to know what he says since he can't speak? Kuroko is modern, classical, and kanji for Japanese. Izuki is math, which makes sense. Hyuga is social studies. I like he has the gleam by his glasses. He's like, I get to talk about history. And then English. Oh, I forget, it's Kawahara, right? And then Kogane is like, I get to whack you if you fall asleep. Kogane's not great or terrible at any subject. He's an academic jack of all trades. I love that she just has, like, everything mapped out for him. And he's like, I'm gonna die. I'm seriously gonna die. And so Kisei says, I'm heading to Inner High. Can't wait to get revenge. Aww. They have to make it there. And so that's when he gives him Midorima's pencil. Mm-hmm. This is so cute. I really like this chapter, how it's drawn. Like, what a fun little, like, intermission chapter in between the games. And I really love that the anime adapted this pretty much beat for beat. It's really... I almost thought this chapter was, like, filler when I first watched it in the anime. I thought, oh, is this kind of like a filler episode? But it's nice to know it was a legit chapter in it. And he's like, I was 90th. Ah! And I just love that Hyuga's like, fine. Great. Although I feel like the extra stuff with Midorima they did add into the anime with the pencil, which is fun. And so going to the qualifier. Nice. I like the spread here. Very cute. And then everybody's practicing and getting ready. We've got a week. You got a whole week to rest those legs. Mm-hmm. Yay! I love... Okay, this is where Momoi comes in. Yep. I think that Riko is super cute. I hate... One thing that I'm kind of like... I get a little discouraged by is that Riko just doesn't, like, get any... Which, granted, you know, it's good that she doesn't get attention from her team, but she's the coach. They're supposed to respect her, not oogle over her body, right? But then, you know... Touou doesn't oogle over Momoi because she, you know, I mean, he'd probably kill him. But I feel like, you know, Riko, because she's like flat-chested, because she has like a very small bust, they give her they give her a hard time. And I'm like, she's super cute there. It's really sweet. And then Momoi comes in with her giant boobs, you know, her bombs coming in, the captain. And she's like, oh, I'm Tetsu's girlfriend. And they're like, what? And they're like, you have a girlfriend? Kuroko's like, no. Kuroko's like, I do not have a girlfriend. Also, I want to make note that when Momoi shows up in the manga, I know I just skipped over the page, when she shows up in the manga, her boobs are not flaunted out everywhere. She's actually like demurely posed by Hyuga. So the anime took that liberty to make her boobs like flaunt out everywhere. Although they are in Kuroko's face in this moment, and he seems not affected at all. Again, another hint that he is not bothered by Momoi. Or ladies in general. And then she's like, he gave me a popsicle stick. And we go back to Teiko, and it was a winner. And everybody's like, really? That's the reason that you like him? Because he gave you a winning popsicle stick? Okay. All right. And she's like, I couldn't go to the same school as him because of Aomine. I like Riko. What is up with this chick? You're all getting worked up because she's kind of cute with kind of big boobs. And Hyuga's like, yes, sure, right. And she's like, stop peeking at those melons. You men are all the same. Rotten. I love that in the shot of her punching him, you see his glasses flying off. And she's like, oh, you've gone and killed Hyuga-san. And that's when they're like, oh, you know who we are. And she's like, oh, why wouldn't I? Because I know everybody. Mm-hmm. And she just says Kogani and Tsuchida's names. That's great. I love Riko being like, who is she? Mm-hmm. And that's when Aomine shows up. Ah, yes. I love this contrast. Is it kind of opposite of the anime where Aomine shows up in the white shirt and Kagami's in the black shirt? I feel like it's the opposite in the anime, but I like Aomine in the white. It looks really good. Show me your moves. Uh-huh. Spitting image. Oh man, I love that chapter title. That's great. And then Aomine. He looks pretty much the same from the anime a bit, right? He doesn't look as hard, right? Yeah, especially that shot right there. Like that face, that's cut straight. Mm-hmm. How much you can ease my boredom. Now, okay, going through this, I said I was going to start off like seeing characters how they were and not taking anything into account, right? And so, like, I was a little bit spoiled from the get-go with the anime with his characters, so there's no one stronger than me. Mm-hmm. Huh. And then the two of them there. Again, all the guys, they're just seeing her boobs. And I love Riko coming up behind them. Afternoon practice will be 3 times as harsh if you keep staring at them. Oh my god. But Kuroko's not affected. He's the spinning image of him from way back. Yep. So that, yeah, saying Kagami is just like Aomine was when they were first playing. Oh, nice. So we do get to see Aomine and them playing together, and Aomine looking softer. Okay. He's the strongest with him. His light shines so very bright. Oh, and Kuroko holding the fist. Hey, Imayoshi! Look at him! My career counseling session went a little long. 5'11", Shoichi Imayoshi. He looks pretty much the same. He's just got longer hair. Look at him. All right. Oh, and Sakurai looks the same. 5'9", Ryo Sakurai. Aw. I'm so sorry for living. I love that's taken directly from the manga. I'm sorry, but I failed. I'm so sorry for living. You're sorry for living? I'm a lowly worm. Oh my god. And Imayoshi's like, I bet she's just hard at work keeping track of Aomine. Nobody can stop him. And Kuroko's like, but what if I stopped him? Oh. And then Aomine is like, you're barely worth my time. I like that we don't exactly get to see necessarily, but oh, look at that double spread! Look at that! Your light is too dim. Oh, that's such a good double spread. That's one of my favorites so far. I love that. Just the movement of it. Oh, of course showcasing the ring, right, that Kagami has. And then I love that Riko's like, I've had enough of this nonsense. I'm going to throttle them all for paying so much attention to her. And Kuroko's like, I promise I'll beat Aomine-kun. And that is kind of sad there where Momoi's like, right. Like that there's such a sadness there that you don't realize at first because she's like thinking, you're not going to be able to do that, but thanks for trying to cheer me up. And he's like, why are you here too? His legs are probably still, yeah. Bad legs or not, he's nothing. And there we go. Oh, poor Kagami. Poor Kagami. Oh, sweetheart. The first time I felt like I couldn't win. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, Kagami. Don't make me laugh. Oh, look at it. How cute. I love Imayoshi's face where he's like just so excited. The cute lunch. He's like, I made it myself. I love that Sakurai stands up for himself and then Aomine eats the little octopus sausage. Oh. Okay, Aomine getting mad at them wanting him to say, I had to get my Horikotte Kita magazine. And then Wakamatsu. We don't immediately get to see Wakamatsu in that moment. They don't show it. They don't show him they don't show us his face, which is interesting. I wonder why that is. They don't show us Wakamatsu or introduce him yet. That's curious. I wonder if like the mangaka didn't exactly know what to do with his character yet, so he didn't show him. But they literally avoid showing his face on both of these pages, so that's interesting. Maybe he just hadn't figured out exactly how he wanted him to look. And then that shot of him slamming it down and breaking the goal is exactly like Kagami did with Kaijo. Yep. And then, yep. Okay, we kind of see Wakamatsu's face a little bit there. Oh. And they talk about the game changing because of him. Yeah, Almina's a bit of a jerk, although I feel like them showing us that opening with him, that Teiko flashback early on with him laughing and stuff, shows that he was different at the time. But yeah, he's such a jerk in these chapters. He's a monster. Okay. And those two go to Touou Academy. Yep, and talking about their team getting better. And then, oh yeah, and she looks at Kagami's legs. She's like, have you been playing basketball and aggravating your condition? I love that she has like the dragon arms. You like Kadami. Yes. And then Kuroko's like, can I use the bathroom? It's like, don't let Kuroko go to the bathroom. It's a bad deal. Oh, I love that we got him walking on his hands to the bathroom. That's sweet. I love that they kept that from that was in the anime from the manga. That's cute. Okay. And that's when he said he played Aomine. He told me he used to be your light. Uh-huh. What does that mean? What happened? Oh, okay. It's leg, actually. Oh. Aha! I love the bonking! He like bonks Kuroko in the face. Oh my god, that blooper's great! Are we gonna get some Teiko flashback time? What happened in middle school? Second year of middle school, first summer. Okay. Alright, and him versus Kisei, which is a nice foreshadowing to him playing Kisei later on. Uh-huh. Aomine is a gym rat that likes to play, but he just loves basketball. He was the first to blossom. Yep, and we're going to go back to this again. 50 points for this game. He's like a whole new person. Yeah. So wow. So it's nice that we're gonna keep going back to this over, going 203 to 31. Oh my god. Oh. Wow, that expression of his face at the bottom there is so heartbreaking. Uh-huh. He needs a rival. Yep. Oh, and then Aomine. I love Kuroko's face there. He said, I would never want an opponent who holds back and just stands aside. I love Kuroko's conviction there. That's so sweet. Someone better than you will show up soon. Oh, they did fist bump. Cute. So yeah, this is basically like the OVA. Did I watch this in the right order? Did I not watch this in the right order? Okay. Uh-huh. And then we have Kamazaki, yeah. 150 to 81. I make the opponent give up all hope. How's it supposed to be fun for me? What I'm looking for isn't out there. And that's where he left Kuroko hanging. And Kuroko, at that point, Kuroko was like, and I took that personally. Okay. And because of something that happened during Nationals, I quit the Teiko Basketball Club in my third year. We're not going to talk about what that was. We're not going to mention that incident that's going to be like a crux key catalyst to everything, but we're just going to like bring it up here. The something that happened. If I could tell that one guy one thing, it'd be get the hell off your high horse, moron! He's so good it got boring. Oh my god. Give me your hand. Not for a handshake, for a fist. The only one who can beat him is him. You gotta be pulling my arm. It's leg, actually. Oh, there's the title. Let's beat him good and show him what a moron he is. Although, their little boxy bodies look ridiculous in that drawing. I love that. I love that Kagami is like... I love that Aomine kept him hanging, and Aomine went back and wouldn't give him the fist bump, and Kagami met him. I'm like, that's an OTP right there. Also, again, it's that idea that they're building to the true zone that Aomine couldn't unlock because he wouldn't have it that way. All right. Opening act. Oh, that's a good. You can tell that was in color. That's good. Okay. Uh-huh. Give us that Momoe fan service, clearly. Uh-huh. And then everybody's getting ready. Aww. The mom says, here's your oolong to get the party started. Oh my god, Izuki gets it from his mom. The puns. I'm sure that was in the anime, but that's hilarious. Oh my god. That delicious pun. I'll take it to go. Yes. Oh my god, that's so cute. That's so freaking cute. And then Matobe can't get in a word edgewise because his family is just yelling, right? Aww. And then Kogane's sister. I love he has a dinosaur poster, and he has He has Bakuman manga. That's so cute. And then Riko's dad. Oh, Kagatora. He looks interesting. He looks a lot more daddish there than Yakuza. Mm-hmm. Get out of here, you perv. Oh my god. And then there's Tsuchida with the cat. The cat bites him. And then Kagami. I love Kagami has the fist. Kuroko has the fist. Mm-hmm. And everybody's showing up. And then Takao and Shutoku. Mm-hmm. And Midoriya's text says, I don't want to, but we know he's going to show up. We know he's going to be there. He's going to be incognito. And then Aomine doesn't want to come. Yep. Overslept. I'll be there after the first half. Man, it's all coming back to me now. I was like, I'd forgotten about all these things happening in this game. Uh-huh. And they're getting all psyched up to go. Seirine and Touou. Oh, cool. So that's our first look at Wakamatsu. Uh-huh. I feel like Wakamatsu kind of looks like he does in the anime, and he kind of doesn't. I get the impression the mangaka was not happy with how they were drawing Wakamatsu, so they were still, like, working on him. So, but they needed him to be in the story. The way that they only do a few tiny little, like, close-ups, like that one panel of him is probably the most we've seen of him so far. It just, like, as somebody that kind of draws or has drawn in the past, to me it feels like they're not satisfied with how he looks. And so they're just kind of, like, keeping him in the background till he, like, gets the drawing to where he wants it. That's just what I think. That's my headcanon. Especially when we first saw him, like, fighting with Aomine. Okay. Yep. Oh, Sakurai! I love him. Sakurai looks so fun. And everybody is mad that Aomine is not there yet. But as we find out from Touou, they are no slouches. They are not ones to be trifled with. And Sakurai, I'm sorry! I forget how much I love watching Sakurai play. He's just so fun. He's hilarious. And I love that Sakurai seems like such a little cinnamon bean. And then when him and Hyuga get into it and they get that rivalry going and we find out Sakurai actually doesn't like losing. What a great character development. I love it. The opening act. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so they have to draw Kasamatsu, but I feel like, or Wakamatsu, but I feel like they're not where they need to be, right? Okay. Oh, that's a really good shot of Imayoshi. A really good shot of Imayoshi getting that shot in. That was really good. We're still stronger than you, probably. Yeah, they faced other opponents 108 to 91, 151 to 72, and 131 to 81. A purely offensive team. Yeah. Seirine is a fast team. They're run and gun. We're quick, quick, quick. Whereas Touou is power, power, power. So it's just like kind of apples and oranges at this point. Yeah, and Imayoshi, as creepy as he can kind of be, I like Imayoshi's character because he actually feels like a threatening presence in the manga here, which is fun. Tell that little Mr. Sorry, and he's like, I didn't even say anything. Oh, Sakurai. Oh, Sakurai. Oh, and there's Kuroko behind Wakamatsu. He looks a lot different than the anime. I feel like there's a difference there. Yes! Crazy high jumping, and Riko's like, what are you doing? He's like, what's with that lame jump? He's like, sorry. Oh. And then Kisei. Yes, there he is! There he is! There's Midoriya! He instantly saw him! Ah! Look at him! Look at his terrible disguise. Those glasses look like his sister's. He has a sister, so I'm like, did you steal those sunglasses from your sister and wear them? Because they look like women's sunglasses. Oh my god, take them off. Oh, he's like, and he has the Jack in the Box. I love that he just puts the glasses back on, like... It's so funny because if you've watched Haikyuu, as soon as Oikawa's team loses, Oikawa comes in, which is funny because Shiro Torizawa and Touou are kind of similar. I guess the way that they're built up as antagonists, I would label as Shiro Torizawa as like the Touou of Haikyuu, and which is funny because Oikawa is kind of a mixture of Kaijo. I would say Seiho is kind of a mixture of Kaijo and Shutoku in Haikyuu. But Oikawa shows up to give commentary, And he kind of is in a disguise. He's in his like school clothes with the glasses, kind of like Midorima is. But yeah, Momoy, the deadly enemy. Okay, so the one thing I won't do, and that's volume 6. So the cover was volume 6's cover, which I like. Yes. Tadatoshi Fujimaki. This isn't something I typically broadcast, but I often find myself irritated while working, thinking, why can't I draw better? Why can't I come up with a better story? But I believe that satisfaction means the end of passion, so I'll probably keep being irritated. But I like drawing manga. I like that because that's kind of like, you know, if you reach the top and there's nowhere else to go, you like Aomine, you get bored, right? So being frustrated means there's still improvement to do. I like that, and that's a very realistic concern that he has there, right? Okay, Momochi. Yep, she and Aomine have been friends since they were kids. I could have sworn she had a crush on Kurokochi. So she'll probably be holding back today. Wait, did she really? You've never noticed? She practically attacks him on a daily basis. I like that Midorima's like, I never noticed that. No. She's always been different. She'd never throw a game. That's not her style. Nice, yeah. I like Momoy's character. I like Momoy's character because she doesn't want to like just give anything away. She very much is like, nope, this is what we're gonna do. I like that about her. And then the coach, Katsunori Harasawa. He looks so interesting. His hair's almost. He looks like he's been sleeping the entire time. Huh. But yeah, okay. And just like, I saw this coming. Yeah, I like that Momoy starts out, you don't even suspect her. And then by the end of it, you slowly realize that, yeah, she's actually, her observation skills are very much a threat. I like that her and Akashi and Kuroko all have very observant skills. That's why I think during the OVA, I thought her and Akashi were siblings because they both were like observing people and watching them. Obviously not. Remember that? I thought they were siblings. That would have been funny. It was because of the pink and red hair, clearly. But yeah. And then Riko was not anticipating just how much she knew what was going to happen with these players. It does feel like by the end of it, I feel like that was a good gimmick for this match against them. Her knowing everything. I do feel like, and it'll be interesting to go back through this manga and see if it ends up happening more, but I do feel like it's something that we don't see as much with her later on in other matches. So I don't know if the mangaka just didn't want to keep using the same gimmick over again after this match. I don't quite remember, so it'll be fun to go back through this and see. A woman's intuition. I like that that's the superpower explanation. It's a woman's intuition. Right, of course. Sure. And then Riko tries to do even more women intuition. But it's like women versus women intuition. I love it. And then even a woman's intuition can't predict what he'll do next. Yeah. Yep. I like that there's just, Momoy and Riko try to like out-Aizen each other. They're just like, yes, you may have saw that coming, but I saw this coming instead, according to plan. You know, they like try to out-Aizen each other throughout this. Oh my gosh, look at that cover. The Aomine and Kagami together. I do like that the manga makes Aomine and Kagami look different in this, because in the anime there are times where the animation makes Kagami and Aomine look a little similar. It's just the eyebrows that make it, their hair and stuff looks a little similar, especially in the movie. But I like that the manga makes them very distinct there, and Aomine is just a little bit taller than Kagami. Oh my gosh. Yep. 4-point gap. And then we go to from here. It's a lucky thing we have these newbies. And then, yes, Kuroko passing it up to Kagami. Yes. Nice. I like the coach. The coach doesn't feel as slimy as he does in the manga. I think it's just the hair. The hair seems very greasy in the manga, and in the anime it just seemed like it was just long and unkempt, but here it almost seems kind of greasy, which is an interesting choice. It seems like crinkly, you know. Your leg hasn't totally healed. Yep, not gonna work. Your legs should give you more trouble during the game, so get out there. Okay. I did like this moment where Riko talked to Kagami being like, I know we were going with the whole team effort thing. She's like, but we actually really need you. And I like that Riko has this moment of vulnerability. And Kagami is just like, what? You, coach? That's not like you at all. Like, he instantly, like, just kind of huffs. Which, now that we know that he's, you know, grown up around Alex, it makes a lot more sense. But we don't realize that at the time. And also, you know, Kagami's just like, you know, equal rights for all women, doesn't really like look down on Riko or be like, oh, don't worry, I'll save the day. Like, he treats her very respectfully, and I like that. Ah, yes! Oh my gosh, look at that! Look at that! The hand. Oh, you know, I love this so much, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm really gonna feel good when we get the reversal of it later. When Kagami comes in and puts his arm around Aomine, I really hope we get that in the manga, because that's gonna be so good. Look at that. Look at that. Yes. We're here. Okay. Oh, uh-huh. Oh, I love this. Yes, please. Not bad at all. Ooh, okay. Oh my gosh. You can already tell the mangaka really likes drawing Aomine. Like, the way they draw his hands, like, everything. You can tell he really enjoys drawing Aomine. Yep. He's the ace of the Generation of Miracles. Yes, he is. Somebody pointed out on the Discord that Aomine, he played through the entire game. In the last game, he played through the entire movie game, and he was the only one of the Generation Miracles that played the entire time. I'm like, that says something, right? Yep. Looks like your heart's in this, because I promised Momoy. Oh, say it once you've won. Yeah, I like that we get the shot of the wristband in there as well. Oh my gosh, Aomine just taunting Kagami. And they lose against Touou, which is so freaking sad. It's so sad. Yeah. Oh, okay. An isolation. An isolation play is an offensive strategy that gives one player space to work while the remaining players move away from the ball. Yeah, so we get a little bit of basketball stuff in here, which is nice. I like that Midorm was like up against the column there, letting the aces go one-on-one. One thing about this, though, the anime, like, they made the moves of Kagami and Aomine look so good. The animation was so good. It just got better and better as the seasons went on. So, while I appreciate what the mangaka does here with the movement, I really, really love the anime and how they animated it. Yeah! Knock it out! Smack it! Nice! Nice! He blocked it. Yes! And then Kuroko firing it out. Yes, the ignite pass. And then he smacked it away from him. Yes. Yep, them both getting into it. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yes. And he does the signature not bad at all. Ooh. Ooh. And they're like, Aomine, he's so sluggish, barely motivated at all. And it's like he just doesn't feel the need to be. Yep. Ugh. Leave it to us. Okay. And then I like that he looks at... I love one that Aomine calls Sakurai Ryo. He calls him on a first name basis. And he has the lemon slices with honey. I like that it seems so threatening when he's like, you got what I want. And then when he like actually opens up the stuff, it's like something really sweet. And then he goes... Oh, none for you, fool. I don't want any more. Like, that's meant to be a joke, but Aomine just eats a couple and then gives it away, which is kind of like tapping into that depression that he has. And I love that Momoy's like, I brought some too. And I love that they're just whole lemons in honey. They're just the entire lemons, like you didn't even cut them. And I love that Momoy and Riko are the exact same with cooking. They're both atrocious. I love it. It's great. And Matobe's like, look, I managed to get some. Love they made the right ones. Oh yeah, we can't see Kuroko's face. He's like, I want to be kept in the whole time. And Aomine wants the ball. Okay. And then Aomine leaving. Oof. And so Imayoshi says, I don't care how Aomine acts. I only care that he plays for us because he gives us our best shot at winning. Which, people were talking about this. We were talking about if Aomine was better off with Touou, because a lot of people were saying that Imayoshi kind of has the same mentality as Teiko in that it's all about winning, and they're just using Aomine. They're just using him because he helps them win, which is essentially what Teiko was doing. And yeah, I get that here. I do get that here. I would argue that's more of an Imayoshi thing, though, than an entire Touou mentality. Because I like to think that Sakurai and Wakamatsu aren't quite as in the same mindset as Imayoshi. Imayoshi, sure. Yeah, that's why he recruited him, because he's like, I know you're going to help us win. And he kind of has a Teiko mindset. But I feel like Sakurai and Wakamatsu have a bit more camaraderie, especially when we see like the extras and the audio dramas with Sakurai, like him and Momoe like going to find Aomine, things like that. And Sakurai saying, I'm always thinking about how calculating this team is. We're bound by self-interest. It's got nothing to do with trust. It's every man for himself. But for some reason, I don't feel like losing. Yeah, so Touou is a lot like Teiko. But I feel like not everybody is as strongly on board, but it is kind of the same setup, right? Which, you know, if Aomine ends up going to America, all the more reason to leave, right? And then, I like that Aomine actually apologizes. And Kuroko wants to beat Aomine so bad. Yeah. Eat up and hang back, dummy. You're the one who said how basketball can't be played alone. Leave it to us. Yeah. I love Kuroko with that piece of, like, lemon in his mouth. Oh, my God. Kuroko will start the second half. The fourth quarter will decide all. Eat some lemons. The biggest threat's Aomine-kun, but the others are strong too. Yep. I love that Kagami and Kuroko talk to each other, though. I do love that in this moment that they're talking to each other about everything. Again, the mangaka loves to draw Aomine. Look how good he looks. Yes, with the talent, everything. The game marked a turning point that would change us in a big way. Oh, look at them previewing the game, right? Oh my God. Previewing how much this game was going to, like, impact them. Yeah, because we haven't even gotten to Teppei yet. Haven't even gotten to Teppei. Oh my God. Oh my God, the blooper is that the lemon's stuck. The lemon's stuck in Kuroko's mouth. Oh no. All right. And everybody's... That guy just might pull it off. Nothing but lunatics. Of course, Kagami's going to do his best for his boyfriend, right? Oh, yes! Look at that! Him going for it, yes. Aomine just wants that opponent. The fadeaway. His agility. Even among us, it was on another level. And then there's Kagami! Yes! Swiping it away! Yes! Yes! Oh, my God. 51-39. Oh, my God. Oh, that shot of Imayoshi. And then the fast break. Oh. Oh my God. Oh, it doesn't suit me getting so serious about basketball. Oh my gosh. Look at his face. Oops. Look at his face. Oh. Oh, that face of Aomine. And him doing the trick moves. Yes. Oh, oh my God. Street ball style. Yes. Oh. And then he shot it under the hoop. Yep. You generation of miracle guys are nothing but lunatics. Yes. Oh my gosh. That shot's so good. That's such a great panel. Let's end this. Oh. Oh my gosh, all the trick shots, everything. Yep, yep. He's been refined over these years. Oh, look at the little baby version of Look at the baby version with Momoy. He's been playing since he could walk and talk against adults playing street ball. They're completely formless. It's like an extension of his body. He's the ultimate embodiment of freestyle basketball. Complete freedom. That's why he's an unstoppable scorer. Why he's the ace. I love the way it's like they have the lines radiating off of him. It's like the chalk radiation coming off. That's so cool. That's really, I like that style there. But little baby Aomine. Okay. Yeah, he's just like a demon, right? And then that trick's getting old. And then he just like flings his body back to shoot. Oh my god. Ridiculous. And poor Kagami. The thing is, Kagami is like not refined. He was barely getting used to jumping and learning about himself. But it's like Aomine is just such a force. Oh, and then he gets fouled. But he throws it behind him. Oh my god! Oh no. I forgot all of the trick shots that Aomine makes in this set. Oh, he can't be stopped. And Aomine, just his face, the way the mangaka draws him, he's like just so cocky there. And you forget that like it seems like Kagami, like he's enjoying what Kagami is giving him as far as a rivalry, but he's still not pushing himself like he's going to later, right? He's still not pushing himself. The only one who can beat me is me. Get out here, Tetsu. Oh. Show me the potential of your shadow in this new light. Oh, and I love that Aomine's in the shadow. Oh, that's so good. So good. Your basketball. Yep, and Kagami's so mad. Let's rumble. And poor Momoe, she's like, Tetsu-kun, please. Oh. Yep. And then there's the pass. Yep, where he throws it. Okay, good. We finally scored some points. Yay. 59-42. You've been having praying, you little first years. I'm shooting for some lavish praise. I love it. I love the thick lines there of them. That's so funny. Yeah, that's great. Oh, and then Kuroko got the stole it. Oh, I like that shot of Midorima and Kisei. That's really cute. It is different when Tetsu's involved. Oh. And then Kuroko's basketball. Oh. And Amine's like, I know all about your misdirection. Who's been passing with you all these years? Oh no. Oh, this part just gets so sad. Yep, and Aomine is such a force. He's such an antagonistic force in this series. Like this game, he just comes out of nowhere, right? Oh. And this is where they both fall down. Yep. And the first mention of Akashi we get is right here. You haven't grown at all. In the end, I guess Akashi was right. Your basketball just isn't enough. So that's the very first mention of Akashi that we get in the series. The very first mention of him. And what it is tied to is Akashi told Aomine that Kuroko's style of basketball was not correct and was not enough to win. So that's our very first mention of him, right? And Kuroko just sitting there like, oh my god. Oh, one thing I won't do. 82-51. Oh, I forgot how much they were behind by. It's so sad. His shooting while spinning is getting crazier and crazier. Like he's just like the light switched and you can't stop him. Yeah. Oh. Take a seat. And his other leg's overburdened. Oh. Oh. The remaining 2 days of the finals, he's out. Yeah. Damn. There's no need. Oh. Looks about ready to kill somebody. He's burning with rage. Yeah. Yeah, Kagami is by far... That's the one thing I love about Kagami. He is not one to give up, ever. He just is mad he can't be playing on the court. That's his thing. 93 to 53. Oof. Oh. Your light's gone. You're worse than a run-of-the-mill player at this point. Oh, and Kuroko's like, it's not over yet. Until our chances drop to 0, I'm not giving up. I can't turn my back on any chance. Giving up is the one thing I won't do. Oh! Yeah, even to the bitter end, like they both were not gonna give up. Bless them. Yeah, and Kagami just being like, yeah, that's right. And Hyuga's like, oh my god, I can't somehow after that speech. Yes, we can't be shown up by that. Oh, I love Kogane's like, let's not give up on cheering him on. Let's keep it going. Our spirits aren't gonna give up, right? I love that because, you know, Aomine and them are used to like all the teams they've played that we've seen so far have given up and just like their will has been shattered and defeated. But if Sairine is good at anything, it's not giving up hope. You suck at giving up. Not one of us gave up. We fought to the bitter end, but the gap continued to widen. Next time, we'll win next time. No one shed a tear. Oh, I love that double spread. I love Kuroko reaching out. And you see Kisei and Midorima like looking like crestfallen and Momoe being sad and everyone not giving up and Kagami wants to cry but he's not. Like, that's such a good spread. I did love what the anime did by letting it like all close in and the screen like got blacker and blacker. Like, I love the way the anime adapted it, but that looks so good. 112 to 55. An utterly crushing defeat. Oof. Yep. Oh, the blooper there is nothing. I can't do it this time. Oh, that's so sad. Oh my god. Oh, the 52nd chapter. What is it named? Oh, and Kroger's walking past Aomine. Oh my god, look at Kisei and Midorima. Look at their faces. Look at Momoe. Oh, that's so sad. Doubled their score. Yeah. Like, Takao's like, that's nuts. Kagami was just about the perfect foil for Midorima. I like the idea of Kagami being the perfect foil to Midorima. I actually really like that. That's a nice way of putting it. But yeah. Kuroko is the one who could use some sympathy. Kuroko's style didn't work on Aomine at all. It must have destroyed him psychologically. And they won't come back from a defeat like this overnight. I like Wakamatsu's like trying to be like shouting and being all excited and Momoe's like, ah. Oh, this is this guy. Yeah. He was just trash. He should have given up quick. And Aomine getting mad at him, saying you sure yap a lot for a bench warmer. And then Amine's like, you don't talk about my ex-boyfriend like that. Meanwhile, the actual boyfriend's pissed off too. 2 more games, but it was too much for us. And this is the whole, this might be our limit. Like, up against a powerhouse like that, even us teaming up wasn't enough to win. But that's when, like, the way that they frame it makes it seem like Kagami's gonna leave Kuroko. It makes it seem like he's gonna leave him, right? That's what it seems like. But we know that's like, and Kuroko bashing his hand against the wall. Like, we know that's not what it's going to end up being. But man, they make you think that Kagami and Kuroko is going to break up in that moment. And that's like the saddest thing ever. Okay. And then that's when Kisei always does. When Kisei does the little half smile with the eyes closed, it means he's actually upset, right? Because he decides to play Kasamatsu. I love Kasamatsu has like the wise me, like, what are you doing? And like kicking him. So they tried their best without Kagami and lost by a point against Meisei. And then, yep. Then they lost 96 to 78. And they couldn't go to Inter High. Hurts so bad. I guess at that point the mangaka was like, I could make you suffer and watch 2 more games where they lost, or I could just tell you that they lost, and that's just how it was. But you know, sometimes losing 3 times in a row is enough incentive to get you going. Yep. Oh, that wasn't the end of everything. Because after every ending comes a new beginning. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. We lost. Ah, Teppei! I didn't make it in time. It's not really the end, right? Chapter 52, to a new challenge. Oh, they put the chapter title at the end because of course they did. Ah, look at that. Teppei! Ah! Man, okay. Okay. Holy cow, y'all. Well. We covered a lot of ground with the Touou game in this volume, and I for some reason I was thinking that we'd go ahead and get to Teppei and get to like the beach training, but they're gonna make us wait till next week for that. But yeah, you can tell the mangaka loves drawing Aomine. You can tell they love Aomine automatically because he looks great in every panel that he's in. He looks amazing, and you can definitely tell that they're setting up that rivalry of Aomine and Kagami, and Kuroko's like in the center of it, right? But man, they made you leave off this volume thinking Kuroko and Kagami were on the outs when that's not what's going to happen at all, right? That's not what's going to happen at all. But they make you think that when this volume ends, and then Teppei's going to be the guy to come in and bring them all together. Man, so we got a mention of Akashi. We got our very first mention of Akashi. We got some Teiko flashbacks. We got Momoi. I liked Momoi in this volume because we see a little bit of her vulnerability. I feel like maybe it's because I know now what I know, but I feel like when I first watched the anime, I didn't get that vulnerability coming off nearly as much as I do in the manga here. But man, the anime did an amazing job of adapting this material. Like the movements, everything. Like the panels here were really nice and I liked it a lot, but you really got a good sense for it in the actual anime itself. So that was really good. But yeah, y'all, I'm not gonna lie, this volume was really good. I didn't want to spend too much time on it because this volume's really sad. Volume 6 is very sad. Them losing their big game against Touou, that's such a sad moment. I was like, I don't want to read this. I don't want to relive this sadness. I want to get to the point where we redeem ourselves and get our revenge, right? So I feel like the next volume set is going to be the training camp in Teppei, which I'm really excited about, especially to get more with them. So that's exciting. But good to see Aomine, but I definitely want to see more of him later on as the series goes. Like right now, I feel like, yeah, he's definitely the antagonist, right? But I feel like because they show us those moments of him and Kuroko getting along and we slowly start to see the deterioration, you automatically feel a little bit more empathy for him. So it'll be interesting to see what else we get as we move forward. But yeah, I really liked this, y'all. I'm very curious to know your comments and thoughts down below, but this was really exciting. I'm excited to see more. So I hope y'all have a wonderful week. Please stay safe, take care, and yeah, I'll be back next week with volumes 7 and 8 of Kuroko's Basketball.